Welcome to our special New Year's edition of Joburg Today. I'm your host, Lure Viaji.
And I'm Tletlego Khosilentwe.
As we exit 2020 in the midst of a second COVID-19 outbreak,
we had the opportunity to speak to you, Joburgers, about your New Year's resolutions.
And here's what you had to say.
I've always wanted to stop smoking, so let's try that again, and then making money.
The future definitely holds a very bad future for us. But if we're smart, then I'm sure we'll all survive.
The first thing, I have to watch up on my weight and money. Those are the two things I think they're my New Year's resolution.
Okay, I haven't set any so far because when I do, things don't go according to plan. But obviously you need to have goals as a person. But yeah, I'm hoping to go back to complete my master's at school. And yeah, to grow my career, and yeah, that's it.
Hopefully it's a better year next year.
Titi, let's take a moment to share with our audience what we do.
Absolutely, Leroy. Our mandate at Joburg Today is to cover, engage, and experience Joburg in a way that nobody else does.
And we bring the stories of the people and the places that make Joburg one of the most vibrant cities.
If you don't believe us, take a look.
It's just a lot of public artwork around the area, and really to get to see a lot of hidden gems within the city center. I mean, this courtyard that we're in right now is designed by South Africa's famous landscaper, Patrick Watson. And a lot of art, as you can see around, a very cool coffee shop, a hub for a lot of creatives. So really is to change the narrative of what Johannesburg is. And I guess the best way to see it is really through a bike.
Since it's summer, the best way to beat the heat is to stay cool. The best way to stay cool is in a swimming pool, but not any type of pool.
Tim Hoggins, who is one of the co-owners, found this area, and he felt that there is a need for a water park in the Joburg area, since if you want to go out to a water park, you need to drive far. And that is when he contacted Mr. He, that assists him with his GOG lifestyle, to set up the water park here. So what they can expect is awesome rides that we don't have in South Africa, like the terrifying typhoon. Then we have 2 wave pools, not 1. It's the biggest waves in South Africa as well.
I've only been to Sun City, so this is amazing for me. It's something South Africa definitely needs. We have Gold Reef, but we need something with more water, something for the kids to have fun at, a nice day out. What more could you ask for?
If you're looking for the most efficient way of getting around whilst being environmentally conscious, then the How train is the way to go.
So our call out to passengers is not to be scared to use the car train. We've gone to enormous lengths to make it as safe as possible. We've gone to extreme lengths, I think, in terms of spatial distancing. We've gone beyond what the Minister of Transport asked us to do in terms of load factors on our trains.
In December 2020, we launched a new current affairs show focused on the city of Joburg, and that is for the record.
And 3 weeks ago, the Constitutional Court declared victory for domestic workers when it ruled that they can finally claim from the compensation fund. Let's take a look.
We believe it was a violation of the human rights of domestic workers, their dignity, that they were not being protected. In terms of us as an institution, in order to advance gender equality and human life and human equality and empowerment, we need to look at all spheres.
During the lockdown, news came that Picked Up may be forced to reduce waste collection in some areas in order to cut costs. This follows an alleged near-service delivery shutdown in Johannesburg due to unpaid taxes. And so we investigated communities in Joburg that were already exposed to uncollected waste.
There's no proper waste management in our, especially cities. And you can imagine the amount of health issues that communities would encounter in a daily basis. You know, issues such as your asthma, eye infection, skin irritation, on human health, but also it's got a very huge impact on our climate.
The Johannesburg Chamber of Commerce and Industry and the Soweto Industry Chamber and Council Forum have signed a memorandum of understanding that will see an increase in the number of business opportunities for Sowetans. But what does this mean?
The next step now is for us to define an action plan to identify some key focus areas that we want to now deliver upon. If it's international trade, then we focus on that. If it's manufacturing, also from a sectorial perspective, are there any sectors that we'll be focusing on? And then we see and we have a plan in place on how we execute on that.